Hey guys, this is the Revolutionary Male. My name is Alex, and today I'm going to cover another article from you from MadameNoir.com entitled 7 Reasons Why Nice Guys Finish First. Posted on November 15th, 2011 by Madame Noir. I guess that's a pseudonym. Let's just get right into it. Number 1. There's always been a debate between nice guys and bad boys. For some reason, women feel a sense of thrill of the unknown when it comes to the instability of the bad boy. On the other side, nice guys often get the reputation as a floor mat with a weak backbone. So in the long term, after the drama of high school, hierarchy of college, and politics of the work world, which guys win? Explore this question by taking a look at 7 reasons nice guys actually end up the champion. Let's see what they say. This is number 1. The bad burns out. Accomplishing short-term goals often involves using people and discarding them just as fast. But long-term goals require sustained effort. Long-term relationships require a level of trust beyond what's naturally extended to a stranger. The bad boy, aka jerk, can pick up a lot more dates than the nice guy because they're typically unpredictable and dominant, which girls are initially intrigued by. However, this is only an initial attraction. If you don't become the nice guy fairly quickly, your long-term odds of success are pretty limited. Bad boys are only fun for so long, and it's up to the guy to make a move to Niceville before the woman grows tired of waiting for maturity, true confidence, and sustainability in her man. The first thing I want to point out about this is look at how all of this shit is framed. It's framed from what's best for the woman. In this article, it doesn't really matter if you're a bad boy or a nice guy or anything else. This is all about what is best for her. And that's how all of this stuff is going to be framed, I guarantee you. What is best for the woman? So in the short term, what's best for the woman is the bad boy because it's fun and exciting and arousing and attractive and oh yeah. But in the long term, that burns out. The nice guy in the long term is better because he'll be around and be stable and consistent and loving and caring and blah, 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 blah. Neither one of these things in this context is at all considering, well, what's best for the men involved in these situations? What do they want? What do they like? Do we care? No, we really don't. And that's the first thing you'll need to look at and remember when reading any of this crap or listening to anybody's dating advice. From which side of the intersexual dynamic are they giving advice? Are they giving advice from the woman's side, or are they giving advice from the men's side? Because I'll tell you this, the vast majority of women are going to give their attention to these bad boys, especially the younger they are. The older they get, the more likely they are to begin to give their attention to these nice guys. And if you're a nice guy, what you want to do is not give a damn what either one of these women want. Go after what you want. Care about what you like. Follow your own purpose. And then the women who are actually interested in you will follow. But what you have to realize is that most women are not going to be interested in you for who you are. Because women love men opportunistically, as you can see right here. Women only love men for what men can do for them. Men love women for who women are. It's not the same the other way around. So don't expect it to be. Number 2, muscles fade. Sure, when you see a good-looking, toned guy walk into the room, you might catch yourself staring in awe. However, a recent study at UCLA found that women really are drawn to muscles, at least in the short term. The idea is that muscles in human males are similar to the elaborate tail feathers of male peacocks that are used to impress the females. The study found that muscular men also tend to have more sexual partners due to the fact that women tend to choose buff guys as their one-night stands and short-term flings. When it comes to relationships, women prefer the less brawny dudes to the super buff ones. Of course, there are certain exceptions to this rule, and yes, some nice guys are buff too, but guys who spend more time at the gym staring at themselves, sweating in the mirror, instead of at home with their wife, could be considered less of a nice guy and more, let's say, conceited. Again, all this is framed from the woman's perspective, and anything that is framed from the male's perspective is framed in a negative way. Again, it's important to exercise so that you don't become obese. Any kind of exercise will do. Fundamentally, the three best forms of exercise that everybody should do to one degree or another are probably walking instead of running, because running will hurt you long term. Like yoga for the stretching, and then some small amount of weightlifting to keep your strength up, your flexibility good, and also get some amount of cardiovascular exercise. Those are probably the three best long-term forms of exercise that you want to do for most of your life, just to keep your body in good enough shape that as you get older, you don't get hurt easily. But again, none of this stuff should be done for the sake of women, as this article is framing it. Because apparently, from the way that this article frames it, if you're a big muscular guy who wants to be buff, then you're conceited and selfish, and you're not spending enough time with your wife. If you're not a big muscular buff guy, then maybe one day some woman who's also like beyond her sexual peak will want you and want to be in a relationship with you. Like, that's the way that you have to look at this stuff. You have to read through the bull crap when it comes to the way that these articles are framed and worded to discover like the real message that they're sending to men. And the real message that they're sending to men is it doesn't really matter what you do, you will never be good enough. Which is why my message to men is don't give a damn what they think. Do what you want, what's best for you. And everything else will follow after that. Number 3. Nice does not equal pushover. The definition of nice guy might not be what you'd expect. A nice guy does not mean he's a pushover, a doormat, or a weak person. A nice guy simply means he doesn't play games, he's confident and consistent with himself, and he has strong core values and morals. Since when did nice get such a bad rap? And when did bad become the desired quality of a mate? Listen to your intuition and then ask yourself if bad is really the right choice. I have a different interpretation of this one. Well, I agree at some level that it is pretty amazing that nice has become the equivalent of a codependency. But the more important interpretation to get from the more important lesson to learn from here is that we live in a society now where the polarity between men and women, the distinctions between men and women in our roles in society, has been diluted to such a degree that hyper versions, I can't think of the word I'm trying to articulate here, hyper expressions of femininity and expressions of masculinity are now stand out in such a way that they never did before, which is why big buff guys with tattoos is considered so masculine and sexy. It's also why nice guy has become a doormat, a weak person, a pushover, somebody who doesn't have confidence, is insecure in himself, and so on, has weak values and morals. Because the dilution of male and female, the difference, the distinction between the two groups has become so significant that in order to distinguish yourself, you have to go to one extreme or the other. And unfortunately, that's the world we live in now. That's why bad boys, to such a degree that they are now as attractive as they are, in the particular way that they are. Bad boys, in a certain sense, have always been attractive to women, but that attraction has, I think, spread out to even more women, and it's become even more kind of important as we've grown into this new kind of woke culture, woke society, where men and women, it's the fundamental belief is that there's no distinction, no fundamental difference between being a man or being a woman. Number 4, successful future. A nice guy can be described as a people person and often as a skilled communicator. This skill should not be overlooked and will help in job interviews and workplace meetings. Therefore, people are attracted to nice guys and are more likely to assist and help them succeed. Bad guys don't last long in the corporate world, and like the point mentioned before, any success will most likely be short-lived. A foundation built on sand will eventually crumble, but a foundation built on cement will last forever. Again, this is one of those things where she's just kind of redefining terms, instead of realizing that we actually live in a culture now where it's, kill or be killed, even more so than it ever has been. That's how capitalistic our society has become, to the point where even the sexual marketplace has become inherently commodified. So the more sociopathic or antisocial personality that you are, the more likely you are to be successful in this society. So it's important to kind of keep that in mind. If you have the capacity to engage in that particular behavior in a way that's productive for you and not destructive to others, then I would advise you to go ahead and do that. A lot of people can't. A lot of men in today's society can't do it, and really in most history couldn't do it because it's such a small proportion of people and a small proportion of men. But unfortunately, we do live in the culture now where, opposite to this person's description, being successful is going to require a certain amount of antisocial personality. It just will. Kill or be killed. And unfortunately, the important part is finding the balance of that, so that you can advocate on your own behalf and push for what you want and go after what you want kind of ruthlessly, without burning bridges and destroying things as you go. Number 5, nice guys are attracted to nice women. Really? Okay, let's see what she's got. Typically, the girls that go for bad boys have their own issues to begin with. I can agree with that. Yes, usually they are inherently dysfunctional. But this is the modern dating world where pretty much everybody is in a bad way, pretty broken. Women who end up with cheaters more likely than not have a history of such relationships. That's true. Therefore, the issue lies within the women as well. Yes, it does. This is pretty amazing that they're taking a little bit of responsibility here. In the same way, confident and independent women are more likely to pick the nice guy and look over the bad guy facade and unreliability. That's interesting. She says it this way, and this is how I would say it. Strong, masculine women tend to, as a last resort, choose nice, passive guys, because the guys they really want, the guys who are strong, masculine, alpha guys, don't want strong, masculine, independent, and masculine women. That's the way that works out. So the nice guy just kind of is their last resort. Let's see. In the same way, confident, independent women are more likely to pick the nice guy and look over the bad guy facade and unreliability. No, the bad boys just aren't picking them. Nice guys win in this scenario, and no, they don't, because who the hell, even as a passive man, wants to be with a woman who doesn't really want him? She wants a man she can control. Nice guys win in this scenario because they waste less time with girls looking for materialistic things and short-lived satisfaction found in bad boys. Nice guys give security, which can be sniffed out by a confident, stable, and goal-oriented woman. However, girls seeking bad boys are often looking for just love, for lust over love, and therefore blinding themselves from obvious warning signs and negative values. Again, all women want these guys. All women want, or most women want, the big, bad, alpha Chad guys. But most women can't get those men. So those women settle for what they can get. And we're actually now emerging into a dating culture where a lot of those women aren't settling for anything at all if they can't get those top tier guys. They're just going to remain single forever. Number 6. They're there to pick up the pieces. See how that's framed? How insulting, condescending, and patronizing that is? That good, honest, decent men, that your role as a good, honest, decent man is to come back along and pick up the pieces, to fix these broken birds. Once a bad relationship goes sour, which it always does, women often seek out a partner with opposite qualities of their ex. Learning from their mistakes, women will use the nice guy friend as a shoulder to cry on, and he will most likely reap the benefits of her broken past. No, he will not. That's not reaping the benefits of her broken past. That's being settled for. She doesn't want him. She just wants the opposite of what she had because she's now damaged and broken. And what self-respecting, self-loving, confident man wants a woman like that? See how that's framed? That's because they don't consider anything from your perspective as a man. And let me finish this and I'll give you a little story. Even a new man can come into her life and shine compared to her rusty, cheating ex. Nice guys are involved in less drama and usually have thought about their future, what they look for in a woman, and all around possess the purest motives. Well, that's true. They often do possess the purest motives, which is why they so often don't get the women. And I'm going to give you an example of just how bad it is. That this is the way these women look at this. They look at you as the good, honest, decent man who's going to come in and clean up their mess. You know what? I'm going to save that story for another time, for a separate video, because it's a personal experience that I had. Number 7, and this is the last one. Bad boys equal bad relationships. Bad boys might have more relationships, but they certainly will not have better, stronger relationships. Just like the saying goes, quality over quantity. And that's the fundamental difference between men and women. Women want quality over quantity. Men want quantity over quality. That's the fundamental reality here. That's why those top tier of guys, all those women want them because that's the best quality that is available. And those top tier guys, well, they already have everything that they need, so why in the world are they going to take quality over quantity? They are the quality. And the one thing that these modern women don't understand is that these women, growing up the way they've grown up to become the strong, independent women that they have become the men that they always wanted to marry. And they don't realize it. That's the reality of this. Just like the saying goes, she continues, quality over quantity. Bad boys might be flocked by women in college and desired in the work world, but few settle down before their nice guy counterpart. The whole time bad boys are dealing with woman after woman, nice guys sideswipe the drama and cruise down the road to success, keeping their eye on the prize of fulfilling relationships and finding quality partners. Not anymore, they don't. In this dating world today, those guys don't get anything. They get used and abused by women. They get taken advantage of. They take women out on dates and those women never have sex with them. That's the plight of the nice guy now, if he gets any action at all. Well, guys, that's the end of the video. Excuse me, the end of the article. We're coming to the end of the video. This has been the Revolutionary Male. My name is Alex. Please hit the like button, hit the dislike button. Leave a comment if you have anything to say. If you don't have anything to say, just hit the comment button for the leave a comment for the algorithm. If you would like to contact me directly, you can go ahead and do so at therevolutionarymail@gmail.com. Again, my name is Alex. This has been the Revolutionary Male on YouTube. I look forward to you guys, to seeing you guys again on the next video. Have a good one. This button is not working. Let's try again.